Hello, hello, hello. Arg. Good morning, time pirates. How are ye? I forgot what I was supposed to say. I completely got off track. Sorry, I am still not recovered from my weekend at Comic Palooza. And then yesterday worked all morning and then had to go to the Memorial Day barbecue, which was actually pretty gosh doggone cool. The because we were celebrating my nephew's graduation and the and Mama Rose. It's his grandma. And
Oh,
so and she's 76 and she's Mexican American, right? And so you know what? Her husband and son hired a mariachi band to
that's
come play.
cool.
So it was so fun. It was really, really fun. And yeah, I had a great old time. And the barbecue was unbelievable. So effing good. Sorry, just killing me. So you gotta there's a picture in there. Jenna's trying to show me how to do selfies. So there's a picture in there in the because yesterday was one of the days that Swank put in was Memorial Day, right? I was like, "Hey, we're going to a barbecue. I'll take a picture there." So there's a picture there. I tried to get the barbecue behind us, but best we can do is the best we can do. Um, but yeah, so it was a lot of fun. How was your outdoor eating, Alicia, with the kids on the picnic table?
It went pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we let them play in the pool for about an hour. So my husband bought them like life jackets, and so they were testing those out, and they stayed in there with those on for like an hour, and then he started cooking, and then we ate outside. So everybody had cheeseburgers and hot dogs. I'm impressed with Lorelai because she ate 2 whole cheeseburgers.
She was
And some
hungry.
barbecue chips, yeah.
I see
And
a
then
growth spurt in
later,
her future.
right? And then later she had a slice of cheesecake.
Good for
I was
her,
like,
man.
"Wow." Normally, she'd be like, "I had my cheeseburger, I'm full." No, she ate 2 whole cheeseburgers, and I was like, "Wow."
My daughter used to do that. She would eat like nothing and then she'd eat a whole pizza.
Right? I was just like, "Where did you—" I went like this with her, I, like, turned her around, and she was kinda, like, giggling, and I was like, "Where did you put those
Where'd you put
cheeseburgers?" And she was like, "They're here in my tummy." And I was like, "Well, obviously, but, like, where did you put them?" So,
Oh, it's so cute.
they had fun yesterday, and then
Oh.
it was weird because, like, they were getting ready to go in the pool, and it rained, and I was like, "Oh, you gotta wait on the pool," and
Oh,
then
you can swim in the rain. You just can't swim if it's thunder.
I don't think it was thundering, but they didn't wanna go out in the rain, so and then
Yeah,
it
they might
stopped
get wet.
raining. I know. I was like, "You could jump in and then you wouldn't feel it." And, but then it stopped raining. They were in the pool for an hour, and just as we were getting ready to sit down and eat, it started raining again. I was like, "That's I can't make this up." So, we had food. We had, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, potato salad, baked beans, barbecue chips, cheesecake, um, and there was, like, other my father-in-law was like, "Hey, you got cookies. Can I have some?" And I was like, "Sure." By all
Have that.
means. If you're hungry and it's there, you can eat it. And then, we did cheesecake, and then we played, Mario Party, I think it's called, on the Switch. So that was fun. Everybody got to take turns and play. And we did a few gifts yesterday. Um, Alan's dad gave me birthday money, which I've already somewhat spent. Because
One
I
more
got
day.
I know. I got my Archer and Olive kit subscription, so that's for the whole next year. I'm excited about that. I ordered my ticket to Epic Universe for this Saturday because me and my friend are gonna go as like birthday thing. And then Alan gave me a Harry Potter Lego that is Hagrid and Harry in the motorbike.
Oh,
So I've got to build that. And then they got me a bunch of this. True Fruit.
I've seen those. They have a whole bunch of flavors. So that one looks like fig.
This one is milk and white chocolate with freeze-dried strawberries.
Oh, strawberries look fig to me. They look like a fig on the cover. I guess it's just because it's the candy cut in half.
Yeah. And then I also have like a strawberry and cream version and a dark chocolate and strawberry version. But he said they also had blueberries and bananas and raspberries. And I was like, wow.
Let me.
With strawberries. So
I want to try all of them.
I know.
Oh, I love it. Let's see how everyone else did. Zwank says, Konnichiwa, everybody. Happy World Dracula Day. How weird to have Dracula in the spring. That's weird to me. Right? You would think it would be in the cold weather.
Yeah.
Happy World Redhead Day. Ooh. I can just take a picture of Kevin and put him up. His hair isn't as red as it used to be, but still a redhead. Happy Paper Airplane Day. Ooh, fun.
I can get behind that.
Mm-hmm. And Agent T. I'm sorry, you made that up.
I did. I've seen that before.
Made it up. Nope, I refuse to believe. ODPGRI. What was it?
GIRI.
GIRI.
Mm-hmm. Unless that's like Pig Latin, but I doubt it.
No, that's not how Pig Latin works.
Okay.
No, that's a J. ODPGJRI.
Oh, yep, you're right. It looks like an I. I had to look really close.
When I just put it in, it won't come up.
See?
It doesn't even come up as a thing.
I don't think it is. I think it's just him pushing buttons.
Yeah, that does not come up. The closest is Adori. When I put that in, Adori Japanese dance comes in.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And so nice try, Agent T. And Courtney says, hey, Courtney. Courtney is streaming, or at least was before I went live for Kooky. So I went over and said hello and hit that like button. And Agent T says, hi, Courtney. Aren't you watching Courtney Sprints? And Zwank says, Kima Dr. T? Kma. I'm sorry, man. Y'all are just making up words now. It's not fun anymore. Molly says, only here for a few minutes. We'll be going to Mom soon. Oh, and hi, y'all. Why, hello, Molly. I hope you have a good day at Mom's. And you can come back with happy stories. That's what I wish for you.
Yep.
And Zwank says, hola, Courtney. And Agent T says, hi, Molly. Zwank says, hola, Molly. Ren says, hello, everyone. Why, good afternoon, Ren. How are you? We're hanging in there. I really need a day off, man. Poor Zapo's dying, I have no doubt. Because he stayed up all night barbecuing yesterday, right? He came home and, he came home when we were on, right? Y'all saw him. He got like an hour and a half nap and then back we went. It was
my gosh.
Yeah. So he came home last night at a reasonable hour. Like it was like 11. But I had already crawled in bed. I'm like, I'm tired. I'm not waiting anymore. Because we came home different times because I had to come home to feed the puppy. And but 11 is reasonable when, we go to Taming Henry's. And so he's slept since then. All right. Yeah, Xander doesn't mind hanging out either. He's like his father. He doesn't make wise decisions either when it comes to sleep. It's Jenna who would have been pushing your ass out.
Go. It's time to go.
Yeah, let's go right now. Let's go. I've done all my socializing. I can't handle anymore. We're leaving.
That would be me.
Did you see? Or she texted last night. The baby birds died.
Aww.
I know. She said somehow there was a really bad storm that went through San Antonio, and when she got to her house, they were the baby birds. They're on her patio, and they're dead. And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, baby. You're gonna have to go bury them." And she said I'm sorry, it's cold, but it's true, right? Put them in a trash bag and toss them. But one way or another, you can't just leave them there. Right. And she's like, yeah, but I tried, but the mama bird is still there, and she's attacking anyone who gets near them. So she hasn't figured out that
she hasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's gonna have to give it a minute. I told her she rides motorcycles, so she has a helmet. I was like, you should have brought your helmet.
Uh,
Because that's, I don't know if you've ever been attacked by a mama bird before, but that's what they do, right? They go right for your head.
Yep.
So yeah, I was like, see, now if you brought your helmet, you could have got the baby birds out. So it's so sad though. So she obviously, she wasn't there. It's a city away. It's 3 hours away, and
Right.
And she won't be there, permanently until the end of August. So don't know. And her boyfriend is in North Carolina right now for training. So she was like, I don't.
A lot of back and forth going on right now.
Oh yeah, I mean they're
Wow.
young. We did that too. I get it. Except not really at their age, because at their age we were broke and didn't go anywhere.
Yes.
But yeah. So yeah, sad happening there. And Agent T says, "Hi, Ren." And Ren says, "Listening to a stage set for villains." Oh, that's a fun title. Ren says, "Hey, Agent T." And Zwank says, "Shalom, Ren." Courtney says, "Mariachi sounds lively and fun." It was really, really cool. So they kept playing songs, and one of them we were using Google Translate because I don't speak Spanish. I know some words, right? But I do not speak Spanish. And when they sing it, the things are pronounced differently. So even then, I barely get any words. And so we had when a coach, one of our friends, put up the phone, the Google Translate. And so it was translating one of the songs. It was like, oh, we had 5 shots of tequila, and we were having a good time. We were talking to the bartender, and then it paused, like it couldn't understand what they were saying either. And then the next thing it said that, and then they shot each other. I was like, whoa, that
took a turn. Apparently, it's that pause was them fighting.
I'm like, what is this, Copacabana but Spanish? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know if we should be singing that at a birthday party.
Oh, it was so funny.
Oh my.
And Ren says, "Hey to Swank," and Bailey's in. Hello, Bailey. Good morning. Good morning, lovelies. I feel like it's been forever since I've been able to join. Yeah, it's been a little bit. So we're so glad you're back. And Courtney says, "Agent T laughs. I am deaf watching me." And Swank says, "Hoy, puppy." Or poopy. Oh, because it's Spoopy. It's Bailey. Ren says, Lorelai did not come to play, right? Lorelai was like, "I'm in it. Give me all the burgers."
Right? She was like, "Give me food."
Let's see. And Courtney says, "I wish I can eat one thing and be full." Right? I mean, I can, but then I'm hungry again like 5 seconds later because it's my brain. You know what, though? The ADHD meds is helping with that. It's helping with that food noise. So I think that's very interesting. I didn't know it was going to do that. It is working. I think I need a little higher dose because it's like subtly working only because I'm paying very close attention. Gotcha. If I wasn't paying very close attention, I don't think I would notice a change. So we did, however, buy a blood pressure cuff. And so I need to be taking my blood pressure just to make sure before we up the dose that it's not affecting my blood pressure, right? It doesn't matter if I can concentrate if I then have a stroke. It doesn't. that kind of defeats the purpose. Yep. So we need to check our blood pressure. And Kevin, on the meds he's on, he's supposed to be checking his blood pressure too. So we just bought a cuff so we could do that. But is it still in the box? Yes, it is. We're working on it. Okay, we're busy. We got it right before
one day at a time.
One day at a time. That's all we can do. Damn it. And Swank agrees. Courtney, I know, right? Agent T says Dracula was published on the 26th of May. There you go. Thank you very much, Agent T. Yeah, it's such a summer read.
Interesting.
Yeah, I see. It's such a summer read. It totally makes sense. Perfect beach novel, Safo says.
Why do they always?
There we go. Agent T says, "I made it up last week when Alicia was here, so I thought it was only fair you had to try and pronounce it too." I showed you. I looked it up first.
I looked at it and I said, "Is that even English?"
Well, we knew it wasn't English.
I was like, "That's." I don't know how to pronounce that. And he was like, I just made it up. And I was like, hmm.
Let's see.
On that subject last night,
I'm sorry.
on that subject last night,
Uh-huh.
got onto
Guess I'm going to Wiregrass.
this topic of weird names for things.
He said they got on the topic of weird names for things last night
And Coach started pulling up city names.
in Wales. Oh, forget that. Coach is that I talked about earlier doing the translation thing. He's Welsh, and so when they started talking about silly names for things, he started bringing up towns in Wales. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they're like 30 letters long and there's like no vowel in sight kind of thing, or they're all vowels and there's nothing in between. Yeah,
Nothing.
it's very, very difficult. And I'm like, what is that word? Oh, it says it's York. Wait, what? Like, it's like that. It's like it's pronounced a lot simpler than it looks. And it's ridiculous.
They would
And-
say the name of it, and I would just say Gesundheit.
Yeah, basically. And Zwing says Dr. T is being a smartass. I mean, that's kind of the MO around here. It's okay. Just blend him right in. Allie says, hello, everyone. Hi, Allie. 19 pages left of Rainbow Valley. Oh, you're finishing it today.
Yay!
You're going to get that done today, for sure. And Zwing says, mariachi music always makes me want Mexican food. I mean, I always want Mexican food. It has nothing to do with the music. So it's just about a constant for me. Alicia says, yes, you put in the sprints. Thank you very much. So that's in for those. And Zwing says, Guten Tag, Ali. Oh, Guten Tag.
Guten Morgen.
You know the funny thing? So I was getting them water for the mariachi band.
Yeah.
And some of them, they wanted tap water. They didn't want the cold water. So we went and got tap water, and I put it in a table that was behind them from where they were performing. And the trumpet player come over, and he goes, oh, gracias. And I said, bitte, which is you're welcome in German. So he taught me in Spanish, and I replied in German. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, man. My brain is just programmed. It was like, it's not English, it's German. I'm like, but that's not true, brain. And I know Donata. It's not like I don't even know the proper word, right? But the German one came up. And I have no idea if he knew what I was talking about. He's like, what? I have no idea what you're saying. Or if that means something else in Spanish. I hope it wasn't rude.
Be like, that's
Did I mention
I've
my
done
brain's broken? Yeah.
my Spanish 1 teacher. She was she Korean or Japanese? I forget which descent she was, but so she was 1, but she was studying languages at my college. And one day she was like, okay, I'm going to ask you a question in Spanish and I expect you to answer in Spanish. But except we couldn't answer in Spanish because she had asked the question in Chinese. And I was like, we're all like, what? And then she was like, no one knows the answer. And we were like, what language was that? Because it wasn't Spanish. And she was like, oh, I saw you. I was like, no, just ask the question again in Spanish.
Yeah, I mean,
she was full of languages. She was speaking Spanish, Chinese. She was taking a French course, and she was doing German. And I was like, no, man, no.
I mean, that sounds like my dream come true, though I can't do it anymore. But that's proof. That's why I said bitte, right? Because the language part of the brain, it's the same part of the brain. So sometimes when you go to access something, right, you access the wrong file. And that's what she did. In that case, she accessed the wrong file. So, yep, that happens. And Bailey says, update, bought a 2010 Honda Odyssey. Ooh, yay! Nice. And now I have the beginnings of pneumonia. Oh, that's not nice.
Oh, no.
I'm assuming the two things are not connected. There, you're caught up. I'm very happy about the Honda Odyssey. First of all, I love Honda. We almost bought an Odyssey, but we got a Pilot instead because the Pilot was cheaper. But we could get more books in the Odyssey, right? So we almost got it.
I don't like minivans, so that's why I have my Pilot.
Well, we didn't like minivans until we had one, and then we fucking loved them. But they're more expensive. It's more expensive than the Pilot, so I'll take it. No, we loved it, man. It was so nice, so convenient just to press the button to open the doors. So convenient for the taking seats out. We could get all the camping gear in there. You can sleep in the van. Like, there's so much But we can't do any of that in the pilot, but we can get enough books in the pilot that it works.
Mm-hmm.
Molly says, have a great day, all. Bye, Molly. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Agent T says, do you mean everyone's favorite Welsh village? Yes, that one. I'm not even going to look it up because that looks pretty much right. But I certainly do not know all the spellings in the middle. I know the beginning and the end is correct.
What in the world?
Yeah, that's actually, it's famously like the longest name for a village in the world.
That's what?
Yeah, and it means something like, you know, something on this fair mountain. Like it has a long meaning. I can't remember. It's like a sentence more than anything, and that's the name of that village.
I'm gonna try to find.
Yeah, see me copy and paste it. Like I said, it means something I can't remember. Ellie says, morning, Zwank. And Bailey says, not connected. Okay, cool. Just making sure. Zwank says, bye, Molly. Bailey says, minivans are impossible to find, use because people drive them till they die. Yep, that's what we did. By the time we had a VW, Rutan. Love that damn thing. But we drove it until it really wouldn't drive anymore. That's what literally. That's how much minivans are awesome. People who don't think they are, they just don't understand. They're amazing.
That whole thing that I just Googled, it says it in English, it translates to St. Mary's Church in the hollow of the White Hazel near a rapid whirlpool and the Church of St. Tysillo near the Red.
There you go.
What?
I knew it was something
the
wrong.
Red Cave, excuse me. Well, that's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm.
Try living there and having to write that on your return address every time.
No. No, thank you. I would have a piece of paper in my wallet with that spelled out and just go, yep. Mm-hmm.
And Bailey says, but the minivans are so much better with the two kiddos, for sure. We loved them. We traveled all over the country in our minivan. Freaking loved it. Went to Disney World 3 times with that thing. Zwank says, no, T, the other city. Dharma says, morning, I had to pull the shots in my latte twice because the first time I forgot to put my cap under the portafilter. Oh, oops.
Uh-oh.
Oops. Yeah. Oops. Dharma says the name of that Welsh village is, would you like to buy a vowel?
Right?
No, they're just going to put another double L in there. I love it. I love it. All right. So we are going to start our first sprint. Because I need something simple and I just need to do it. I need to cross something off my list nice and early so I can keep going today because I'm so tired, but I've got so much work to do. And so I'm going to read the graphic novel. And I have 3 of them, so I'm just going to read as much as I can get done. And this is for your kid because this is the graphic novel for the adaptations for the book Sapiens. So this is a nonfiction graphic novel. So I'm looking forward to that. So I've got 3 of these. So I'm going to get what done I can get done so that I can cross it off the list and actually get something done today. Plus, they're like 300 some odd pages, I think. Yeah, almost 300 pages. But they're a graphic novel. They're not going to read that long. So I need to actually put them in the thing that I own, the shelf control thing where I put in how many pages I read every day because I'm way behind. So I need to win. I need to catch up. So I'm going to do that. Let's see. Agent T says most people don't use the full name of it. Yeah, there's probably some kind of shorthand. And Dharma says Welsh is the only language where W is a vowel. Is it the only language? So I thought it was a vowel in Russian too, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Maybe one of their letters just looks like a W and it's not a W. I don't remember. Bailey says, don't feel bad, Dharma. I had to put coffee on for my husband because he kept looking for the keys that were in his pocket. Oh, no. Your husband's having one of those days. I get it.
Oh, no.
I get it. Yeah. And Zwank says, Dharma. Damn it. Drama. That's right. And Ren says, Kelly, will you be doing Hair Kit 3? I'm going to look at the requirements. This is what I want to do. And Molly was talking about that too, is we're going to have, I don't remember if I made it or not. I think I did the Hair Kit. What I would like to do is, because I like that Hair Kit makes me read things that I wouldn't necessarily prioritize. And I like that we read wider with Hair Kit. So I would like to keep that. So what I will do is look at it first. If it seems absolutely ridiculous, then I'm not doing it. What I would like to do is modify it. So things like where it has the like the translated, they don't have to be different languages, just translated. That way I can pick up whatever translated. They might be different anyways, but so I could just pick them up and not worry about it and stress about it, right? I could just do it. For things like the what was the other one? Like adaptations. If she has an adaptation one, it's just going to be any kind of adaptation. So I don't care if it's only they were made into a movie, that's going to count for me. Right. So I'm going to modify it to make it a little more approachable, because it is really stressful this year. And I mean, this is my for fun thing. I don't need stress in my for fun thing. Right. No. So I'm going to look at it. So I won't complete it then. Right. Will not complete it by Q standards. So I won't submit anything. Right. For completion. But I do want to do like a modified. And that's what Molly was talking about as well. So that's what I'm going to do, Ren. So do I know for sure yet? No. Will I probably pay the $5 for her Ko-Fi? Because I did it before too, so that I could get it early. Yes. It's $5. She does a lot of work. Take the $5, and then I will look at this stuff early. Because it comes out 29th early, June 5th. It's free for everyone. So I will look and then decide. So I don't know. I will let you know though. I'll let you know. Dharma says, I just finished reading Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe, a classic, and it was wonderful. I cried at the end. It was sweet, wasn't it? I was like, I've never read a book that made me laugh when a cat died. So Dharma, if you've just read it, you know what I'm talking about. I laughed.
I've read that one. Yep.
It was a newspaper article, and the way they did it and stuff, it was so funny. Like, I didn't roll over laughing, but I was like, that kind of laugh. And so it just the way it was done. I just loved it.
The audio book always made it fun too, especially when they got like the telegraph things or telegrams. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, it was definitely backwards, but that, small towns in Georgia, right? My gosh, now I can't remember. I read it just earlier this year. That area.
It wasn't Mississippi, was it? I think it was Georgia. I don't know. Remind me, Dharma, which state was it? But anyways, where it was, they were backwards at that time, so it made sense. And Dharma says, I'm normally a low drama Dharma. I love that. Don't ask me to say it 3 times fast. I just said it correctly this time because I wasn't thinking about it. Zwank has Kitty laughing. And Bailey says, I just found out Fried Green Tomatoes is a book series. Are you planning to continue? I am not. I enjoyed the first book. But I got everything I needed. I have no intention of reading anymore.
There's more?
Yeah, I think there's just one more. Like there was one more that was written years later. So I'm good. I'm good with that one. Swank says the movie's good too. Yeah, I've not watched the movie. Ren says, I think I'd try a modified version. Right, Ren. So we'll look at it. So I will let y'all know.
Alabama,
that's right. Thank you, Dharma. I was like, I can't remember which one. Alabama. That's right.
It was in the South.
Yeah. That's right. Now I can see the Whistle Stop Cafe AL in my head too. I've got it. Okay, cool. Dharma says, I didn't know there was another one. Yeah, it was written years later. I saw it. It's on. The only reason I know is because it was on Goodreads, and I think it's just one.
Let me see.
But I was like, nope, I'm good. I'm good.
What's it called again? The first one, Fried Green Tomatoes. Fried green tomatoes at the hello.
I was like, just fried green usually pops it up.
It's not.
That's weird. On Goodreads?
No, I'm on Barnes & Noble.
Oh. I use Goodreads as my database.
It only uses it as a... It doesn't say.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, the series is called Whistle Stop AL, right? Alabama. Yeah, the second one, it's called The Wonder Boy of Whistle Stop, and it was published in 2020. Do you see what I mean? So that's like 23 years after the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, because the first one was in 97.
87.
Oh, 87?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then this version is this
Version's
version's
newer.
not 97.
Yeah, that would make sense. I think the movie came out around then. No, I think the movie's late 80s. Shit, I can't remember now. I'm old and I can't remember those things as well as I used to. I only know 87 because it says it right here on Goodreads. Yep. So I will fill you in on Kirkit as I get there. And so if y'all want to do modified with us, that would be awesome. And we'd love to have
91.
91 for what?
The Fried Green Tomatoes movie.
There you go. There you go. Awesome. All right. Dharma says, looks like the sequel follows Stump. That makes sense, being the Wonder Boy. The movie is delightful. Yeah, I kind of want to watch the movie too. But I don't know. A lot of old movies just don't work for me. I know calling 91 an old movie when I was practically an adult by that time, but still. All right.
I was 7.
You were a baby. You were eating 2 cheeseburgers.
I was I was Lorelai's age. I was like, how old was I? Yep.
Awesome. All right. Here we go.
Time for breakfast.
First sprint.
And breakfast.
And breakfast. I'm sorry. I don't know when the timer went off and why I didn't hear it. I have it on. I should have heard it. But I am quite enjoying this book, as you can see, as I didn't even hear the timer. My things are on. Alicia, say something. Make sure I can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. So I don't know why I didn't hear it. So I'm very sorry about that, guys. But I got to page 39, and I'm quite enjoying it. I wouldn't say I've learned very much yet, but that's because anthropology is one of my hobbies. But the way it's being presented is very interesting. And it's also because I live in a world where people say science is important, but they don't actually mean it. It's nice to read somebody who thinks like I do, right? I don't get that enough. So it's nice to go back to the scientific view every now and again. Even talking, like I always say, that we teach science backwards, because as a culture, we developed physics, then chemistry, then biology. Biology is actually the most complicated of all of them, but we teach it biology, then chemistry, then physics. And that doesn't make any sense at all. And so it's very frustrating to me that we teach it backwards. And he just talked about that, where it's physics and then chemistry and then biology. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. We should teach it the way we discovered it, the way we explored it as a society, because that's how the freaking human brain works. So I think part of the reason why we have so many people that don't understand science, who don't get into science, who think it's just hard and don't want to touch it, is because we don't teach it properly. So,
Agreed.
Let's see.
I ate breakfast and made my list because I'm going to go book shopping after this.
Ooh, fun. I still need to do book shopping. I still have 9 books for my reward. I'm about to do my new TBR game, and I haven't even done my reward yet for the last one.
I've given myself 4. I can pick 4. I've got 3 picked out. So I have to pick out 1 more. I was trying to find this reel because every Tuesday there's a couple, like 1 or 2 Instagram accounts that actually say, here's what's coming out today. And it's every Tuesday. So I was like, okay, where's this reel at? And I can't find it.
Try winging it, man. At least you just go and read the backs of books and see what looks so exciting. You know 3 you want. So for the 4th one, just like read the back. Go into a section you normally don't shop in and go and read the back of it and just think, this sounds really freaking cool. Go do it.
I could.
It's exciting. It's fun.
If I can't find anything, then I will.
It's like going to the library when you were a kid, right? You just go and look and see what was awesome, right? Go do that.
I could do that.
I think you need a little joy in your life. Come on, you're dealing with enough crap.
This is true. My house is still in disarray.
Yeah.
And then I started to go through the pile of things that my son had in his backpack.
Oh no. Were they all rocks?
Most of them, yes. But and I understand that they are bringing stuff home from school because this is the final week of school.
Mm-hmm.
But he had broken crayons. He had pipe cleaners. He had some vendors, name label from when they were at the school. So that means he picked it up off the ground.
Well, he's just keeping the world clean. He just forgot to throw it away later. I do that. I find things in my pocket because I pick them up, put them in my pocket to throw them away.
He's been bringing home silverware from the cafeteria. They give him like little plastic packs of like a napkin, a straw, and some silverware. He's been bringing them home.
Like unopened?
Unopened.
He's recycling. I mean, come on. Look, I'm not saying you shouldn't talk to him, but
it becomes too much when I count out that there are 32 of them. And I'm like, why? Like, we don't need them. Because I ask him, I'm like, why do you keep bringing this home? And he goes, well, because we can use it. Do we need 32 of them? No, we don't. He has picked up somebody's hair barrette because it was a flower. And he was like, here, Mom, I wanted to give you a flower. Listen, I enjoy the idea that you brought me a flower. However, this is somebody's hair barrette that they have dropped. So thank you, but no. Stop bringing stuff home.
He's seeing all the things and he has a creative brain. I love that boy.
Like he is. I very much so, but and I
Mhm.
love him for the stuff, but at the same time I'm like, stop it. Like we had one of those square plastic potter plants. I told him, you could have this. Keep your rocks in it. We had to move said rock planter, and he had to take it out to the playground. I took 2 steps off the porch to help him carry it, and it broke the whole thing down the middle, and all the rocks went everywhere.
Oh no.
And so then he had to use a Home Depot bucket to pick them up and carry them to the thing. And I was like, see, we have too many. And he goes, what are we going to use them for? And I said, he goes, well, I was going to use them with my airplanes. Say what now? And so he explained it to Daddy, and he goes, dude, I will get you rock for that. These are too big. Because I guess he needs like pea gravel size rock. He doesn't need rocks like this or bigger.
That's a pretty piece of limestone. I'm telling you, man, get him like some geology books. Go check one out from the library this summer and let him actually identify those. So you're actually putting this like obsession. It is very, very common for actually future scientists, by the way, to collect rocks. You know how serial killers, they have signs, right? And
Yeah.
like the signs are, they harm animals and, they have all these different signs, right? And so one of the signs for future scientists is they collected rocks as kids. It's almost a foregone conclusion. It's one after another, and usually obsessed with dinosaurs at one time or another.
He did like dinosaurs, and then he changed to trains, planes, and automobiles.
Yeah. This boy is a future scientist, maybe engineer, but engineer is a scientist, right? So there's
That could
He's got the
be. I
future.
mean, his grandfather has a PhD in mechanical engineering.
It's in the blood.
So he is
Your best bet, because I don't think he can stop this. So your best bet is to redirect it. Do you see what I mean? Redirect it to
Right.
something where your house is not full of shit, right? So redirect it.
My house is full of shit.
Yeah, but right now that shit's yours. You can't blame anyone else. It's all the books.
I mean, I'll say most of it is mine. Some of this is not mine. Oh.
Oh.
I haven't even touched his room because I was like, I decluttered Lorelei's room. I'm supposed to do his room. I haven't touched his room, and
You
looked at
can't
his
now.
room.
Now you're dealing with the library. You know what I
I
mean?
know,
it's just
so
gonna
I have to
wait.
delay
Yeah.
it,
Uh-huh. Yep.
and I just go, oh. He's bringing bits and pieces home, and I go, I don't even know what this goes to. I still I went through half. The pile was like this big. Now it is like this. Like, oh.
I get it. Your poor little unique boy. I love him.
I love but oh my goodness.
Let's see. Zwank says, thanks for the chat. I have my self-care sprint now. Excellent, Zwank. Head over there. Have a good old time. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Absolutely. Dharma says, take care, Zwank. And Lindsay joined us. Hello, Lindsay. On work start for the next few days, so unlikely I'll be on until Friday. See you guys then. Bye, Lindsay. Sorry you're back at work. I hope you enjoyed your vacation. And Vanessa joined us. Hello, Vanessa. Good to see you. Morning, Pirates. Hard. Vanessa says, have to head out in about 30 minutes to take my mom to a medical appointment, but wanted to say hi. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. We are delighted to see you. Megan says, no, we have Angie. Angie says, good morning, Pirates. Angie here. I mean, I got it. I know I said Megan first because my brain went somewhere else. But I mean, we got you. We got you here. You can keep saying if it makes you feel comfortable, but we got you. Working and listening to how bad things can get. I don't think my brain can handle that.
No.
Ren says, finished working on some edits and now watching a people versus food video on YouTube. Ooh, I hope the food wins. Allie says 11 pages left of Rainbow Valley. Oh yeah, you got this, Allie. Vanessa, it just went off now and there was no sound. So there was no sound. Well, shit. I wonder what happened. All right, I will keep an eye. Let me see what is happening. I don't know. I'll make Zephyr fix it. I might have to set a timer on my phone, which is over there then. And Dharma says, I didn't hear it either. Okay, so it wasn't just me. Vanessa said I texted you. Thank you, Vanessa. But my phone's over there, so I didn't get that either. I'll go grab my phone. Ren says, Kelly, are you still reading Godspell? No, I finished it yesterday. So we are having the discussion tonight. And right now I'm reading Sapiens for adaptations. I need to get it done. I really need to finish A Time of Courage also, but I knew I could get this done and I need to win. So that's what I'm doing right now. And Bailey, and the next book is going to be Threads of Amarian. That's the book for next month. So that's book 3 in the Threadweaver series. Look, it's purple. That's so pretty.
Purple.
So, stop jumping. That's very mean. And Bailey says 24 minutes left of The Last Juror by John Grisham. All right, next sprint, man. Next sprint. You got this. Ren says the timer sound never went off. Yeah, that's great. We might not have timer. You might just the dulcet sounds of my voice shall awaken you from your sprint. Dharma says I got some editing done and had to look up a number of things like the color of Puma's eyes and conditions of probate and wills. I mean, at least you're doing it during the editing phase. That was very smart, Dharma. Get the book done. And Allie's here. Hello, Allie. So good to see you. Good morning. Good morning, Allie. And
Hi.
Bailey says, I found a stray French fry in the bottom of my son's backpack this morning. I have no idea how long it's been there.
Oh, that was the other thing I found. When I cleaned out his backpack this morning, they have like little circle containers that are about yay big and about this big around. He had inside, it was sliced jalapeno. Apparently, they can grab those if they want them for their burgers at school, but he brings them home for daddy, except he forgot to put it in the fridge.
I mean, he was thinking of daddy. Seriously, he's a really sweet boy. He's a really sweet boy, doing the best he can. Yes, and no one heard the timer. All right, I'll see what I can do about that one. And Dharma said maybe he's a magpie. Yeah, exactly. It could be. That's a secret identity.
It could be.
Ren says, Alicia, he's starting a collection. He needs memorabilia from his youth.
I have a baby box.
Alicia maybe tried collecting marbles with him that had all the little boys in a chokehold when I was younger. And Bailey says, give him a garden bed. You can use the rocks kind of like mulch. Yeah, that would be cool too. He could build something in the bed.
We were talking about doing some gardening this summer.
I still say the thing is, if you do geology and make him identify him, instead he could be looking for rare rocks. Do you see what I mean? So it'll be the point where he'll pick them all up but not bring them all home, because he'll be like, oh, look, I have 6 limestone already. I don't need any more limestone. I'm actually looking for, this kind of composite granite. So let me see if I can find that. Do you see what I mean? So by doing that, he's still collecting his rocks, but he's being more discerning about what he picks up. Do you see what I mean? So that can help. You're still feeding this thing he's interested in, but you're, like I said, you're redirecting it.
Right. We're going to try that.
Angie laughed at my analogy. Sorry for the serial killers. Yeah, I know. That's because in serial killers, we know that one a lot, right? Like we know what they do. So it was easy to use that. And Ren says, I was definitely no scientist. I collected stickers and dolls. Aw. Ren says, hey, Allie. And Bailey says, you could also have him line the foundation of your house and keep weeds down. The problem is if you start doing that, then he's going to steal more rocks. Because he's going to be like, I have this whole area of this part of the house I have to do. I need more rocks. Do you see what I mean? So if you redirect it in a different way, he can take less rocks home, and then it's more intentional because he's actually looking at the rocks then, right? Yes. And then either he's really going to get into it, love it, or he's going to get bored with it and not do it anymore. So one way or another, that solves your problem, right?
That is very true.
And Alicia says, Jen self-care sprints. Thank you for putting the link in there. Vanessa says, okay, I need to take off. Y'all have a great day. Leaving the stream up for views. Thanks, Vanessa. We'll see you tomorrow. Have fun with your mom. And she says, I say my name for the peeps in the chat that don't know me yet. Ah, I see. That's fair. Jean says, good morning, Kelly and Alicia. There are complaints happening at Alicia's. Yes, there are.
Lots of complaints.
Jean's at 60% of an arc. Dollface, it is so good. Ooh, nice. Isn't that the one you were reading before? Either it's
Maybe.
really long or, there's been books in between. Allie says, hello, Angie. And Angie says, hi, Allie. And Bailey says, I'm with Kelly. Collecting is genius. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Mhm.
Awesome. All right, let us start our second sprint. I'm going to go get my phone so I can set a timer. So at least that will go off until I can figure out why this is not working. Sorry. It didn't automatically change either, did it? Oh, no, it did. It did automatically change. It went back to this. I don't know. All right, I'm going to go set a timer just in case. Here we go. Second sprint. And there we are. You had an alarm set too. I can hear it.
I did.
All right. We have finished our second sprint. And again, I am enjoying this. This is fun. I think this would be really cool. It's definitely aimed at a younger audience. Not children, though, more like high school. But it's, again, not learning anything, just confirming my own biases at this point. That's where I'm at. So we'll see if I learn anything as we go along. But every time they're like, but how did humans do that? I'm like, religion. And then blah, 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 religion. I'm like, yeah. Like, so like everything we do along, right? Like it's showing this. I understand it. And they were like, there's two theories for how the other humans went extinct and Homo sapiens were the only ones left. And they're like, either we interbred with them and they became part of us, or we killed them all. And I was like, didn't we do both? Because we know for a fact we interbred with them because they're in our DNA. We've got Neanderthal DNA. Usually East Asians and Asians in general have Homo erectus DNA. Australians have, and not just Mongolians. Is it Mongolians? Tibetans? It might be both. Have Denisovian DNA. So like we know they have the DNA. We've seen the DNA. So we know we interbred with them. But the funny part to me is what they're ignoring in this book, because again, it's written for kids, is that they were like, well, Neanderthals were actually probably smarter than we are. Our brain was not the only thing. They were probably smarter. Their brains were much bigger than ours. And so they were probably smarter. They probably had that, but their climate was going away. And they did not adjust fast. And it wasn't even us causing the climate change, right? Like it was a natural climate change at this time. But so it was very different by the way they were hunting and going. So that helped kill them off. It wasn't just us killing them. But also they were like, but who knows? We probably smelled very different. And like, they weren't like attracted to each other and that kind of thing. I was like, dude, have you seen humans? They'll have sex with anything. Anything. Ask any ER doctor. Ask any ER doctor. They will tell you humans will have sex with anything. At least Homo sapiens. Obviously, I don't know the other humans. So, of course, they interbred with everything else because that's what we do. So it's very interesting. Obviously, they didn't say that part. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, but they do with everything. Everything. But I'm enjoying it. How'd you do, Alicia?
I got dressed. I did look up some geology books and put them on hold at the library.
Nice.
And then I'm still trying to find that video. I don't think it's been posted yet, so I keep looking for it.
Which video?
The video that gets put out like every Tuesday where they say this is what's coming out today.
Oh, I gotcha.
And I had some of mine through. It's actually really good. Some of them are a lot bigger than others.
Well, that's good. That means they're actually using the real fruit, right? Because you can't guarantee what size the fruit's going to be. So that's actually, that would make me feel better about the product. You know what I mean? Look at that. Yeah, because uniform size has a lot more to do with, manufacturing. So if they're different sizes, that's a good sign. All right, let's see where we are in chat and see how everyone else did. Let's see. Jean says, I take my time reading. I didn't read this weekend. Oh, that's why you're on the, okay, that makes sense then. I went to the beginning. It went to the beginning. What went to the beginning? Dharma, I got a jet. Have a great day, everyone. Bye, Dharma. So good to see you. And Tula joined us. Hello, Tula. So good to see you. Hey, y'all, lurking away. I hope all is well. It is. It's actually going pretty well right now. Courtney says, hi, Jean. Be back. Need phone for audiobook. Gotcha. Makes sense to me. Bailey says, just finished the last juror, and the last sentence is actually made me cry. Well, that's pretty good. Impressive, John Grisham. Impressive. There's a reason why he's popular, right? Sometimes I scoff at popular authors, but you know what? They're popular for a reason. So nicely done. It's probably more jealousy on my part than anything. So good. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And Allie says, finish Rainbow Valley. Woohoo! That's 2 books. Finish this sprint. Nicely done. I am not moving as fast as I wanted to. I'm actually digesting it, so that's kind of funny. But yay, nicely done. 2 books. And sort of the last book of the Anne of Green Gables series next sprint. Now, how good is it going to feel to finish a series? That's
Mhm.
going to be amazing. I love doing that. Ren says, watched more YouTube, then made it to 3% in a stage set for villains. Jean says, what are you reading, Kelly? So it is the Sapiens graphic novel. This is a nonfiction book. So this basically has taken the book and made it more approachable to, like, I would say high school. I would say this is good for high school kids. They might roll their eyes at a couple things, but because the science is a little sophisticated, so like I would say a really scientifically motivated middle schooler could do this as well, but definitely not elementary school. There's no way. Like I could have read this in middle school. I would not have gotten everything out of it, but it's still a really good intro. And there's 3 volumes in this. So and he's a historian. So I'm assuming the other ones are more about like modern human history. This obviously is ancient, this particular volume. And Angie says, I got to 49% in my book, ate some breakfast, took my meds, and got a couple of easy projects off my work list. Productive 30 minutes. Yeah, that's a great 30 minutes. Nicely done. And she says, oh, Ren, I want to read that. Yeah, Ren will let us know. I just added like the last book that they finished. I was like, dang it, it looks so good. Christina says, good morning, Kelly and Alicia. Good morning, Christina. Ali says, good morning, Christina. Christina says, remember to hydrate, feed thyself, save progress, laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring that bell so you hopefully get notified. Yay. Yes, I have been trying to hydrate. Definitely dehydrate. I don't drink a lot at the cons because I have to pee every 2 seconds anyway. So, and it's not as easy to get water and stuff like that. So Jean says, by the way, I finished the famine course, have good conversations about generational trauma. I like that. Yeah, I'm starting to really understand generational trauma better. It was kind of just a concept, right? And then as the more I read and the more I see and the more, I'm starting to understand it. And she says, Kelly, can you hold up your book real quick? I don't know if you got it last time when I was holding it up, but I'll hold it up again just in case. And Angie says, hi, Christina. And Jean says, I wasn't kidding that I am a slow reader. Yeah, I am too, Jean. I get it. I am too. That's always laughing. People are reading so dang much. I'm like, I might read, 12 books a month seems to be my average, but I dedicate a lot of time to it. You know what I mean? Like look at me. I've read this now for an hour and it's a graphic novel and I'm on page 87. I'm a slow reader, man. I'm a slow reader. Christina says, good morning, Allie, Bailey, and Angie. Christina says, morning, Jean. Jean says, before the pandemic, I would only read 1 eyeball book per month. Oh, wow. Now I am reading more eyeball. I prefer my eyeball books, but I'm still slow. Like I said, I just dedicate a lot of time to it. Jean says, hello, Christina. How is the new computer? And Courtney says, Grisham and Patterson are airport reading for dudes. Yes, right. Yep, that doesn't mean that they're bad, though. Just means they're not always for me. Agent T says, I am purposely reading my book slowly as I'm still waiting for the next book in the series, the last one, to arrive, hopefully tomorrow. That I get, right? Because if you want to dive right into the next one, you're like, this has to last. That's when I put it down and read something else usually. Ren says, I'm only 3% in, but I'm really intrigued. Nice. And Courtney says, I'm a slow reader too, Kelly. Just more time. Yep, that's exactly it. When people are like, I don't have time to read. I'm like, bullshit. You don't want to read. Which is fair, by the way, right? So, but don't use that excuse. I don't have time to read. Yes, you do. You do have time to read. You're just choosing to do other things. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just acknowledge it. You know what? Just acknowledge that that's what it is. So, and there are people that, I have a hard time reading. It's actually more stressful for me. Well, then I get it, right? There are other reasons. But I mean, come on, man. I don't know a single person who cannot read 1 book a month. Read 1 book a month. Read one. Just walk in and just find something that just totally fascinates you and read that 1 book. That's my thing. If every American read 1 book a month, we would have a better culture.
Yeah.
Bailey says, I agree about Patterson being more for dudes, but I've read 4 Grishams now, and they're generally accessible to women too. Love it, love it. He does have more scientific kind of things going on, so I usually like that. And Allie says, ouch, I just stubbed my toe. Well, don't do that,
Don't
Allie.
do that.
Yeah, just don't
Hopefully
do
your
it. Problem
toe
solved.
is okay.
I understand though. For some reason, it's always my right foot too. And so every time I go to get my toes done, because I only do it like every 6 to 8 weeks because it's expensive, so I don't want to. So when I go to get my toes done, but it feels so good, right? And then I have pretty toes. My right foot, there's always a broken nail, and this one, and this is all jagged, and this is all because I just ram them into everything. You would think I just got these feet; they were just installed or something.
Yep.
Bailey says, exception is the brethren. Blah, DNF. I love that. Courtney says, depends on what that book is, Kelly. Yes, that is also true. That's also true. Like I said, this one, I'm just feeding my own prejudice with this one, right? Because it's saying exactly all the things I already know, because a lot of it is science, right? It has nothing to do with prejudice. It's just, fact as much as we can describe it. But I already know this. So I think the other history, because ancient anthropology is very fascinating to me. I have a feeling when I get into the more modern historical stuff, there'll be way more stuff that I don't know. So I'm looking forward to get through this, that I really already know this stuff, to the stuff that I don't know. But yeah, excellent. Courtney says, I don't mean only for men. I meant that is the only people I see reading Grisham when I travel. Yeah. And Jean says, and a better literary rate too. Yes. Also true.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let us hit play on our last sprint. See how far I can get through this. And quite frankly, I'm just going to sit here and finish it probably. And then I need to go wash clothes because they're all dirty. Excellent. All right. Here we go. aspirant. I got to page 133, and I have to say there was a very interesting discussion in here about imagination and how humans making shit up is how we cooperate, which is what I've always said about religion, right? But it's more complicated. It's not just religion, right? It's everything. So, it's patriotism, it is corporations, it is all of it. And I'm like, I don't know why I never took it from religion to all the other things that we've made up that we believe in as actual entities. So there you go. That's why you read a book where you think you know everything, because you never know what it is you're going to learn.
You'll always learn something.
Always learn something, man. So that's really cool. I'm happy about that. And now they're talking about families, because families are not what Christian world told us families were, right? They're much more complicated than that. So that's back to the, yeah, I get that. But so the other whole, it's so funny. I never took it farther. It's just fascinating to me. Fascinating. Let's see. And Jean says, isn't the, oh wait, what did you get done this sprint, Alicia?
I'm still looking for that damn video. I did finish cleaning up the mess that was on my floor from my son's backpack. Because I basically I took like an old Amazon box and I put like all of his little rocks and pipe cleaners and pencils and anything that I thought he would want to keep. But then I took like the smidged broken crayons or the very small pencil that he doesn't need. And anything like there was a broken pieces of balloon. There was a piece of tinsel and other things. So I don't random.
You can melt the crayons together and make another crayon. You can even put them in little candy shapes and make them different shapes.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, we used to do that in Girl Scouts. We would make all kinds of you can make different kinds of crayons.
I do have, was it my mom? I think my mom used to have like wax melt things.
Mm-hmm.
And she used to make wax melts in shapes of like stormtroopers,
Mm-hmm.
Transformers. I have to see if I still have those. If I do, maybe we can do that this summer.
Yeah.
Take some broken crayons, because I know they still have some, and then just...
You can melt them into things. Yeah, you can even put them, because you live in Florida where it's hot enough. We do this in Houston at camp. You can actually because when they melt, they'll drain down like a candle, right? So you can actually put them in different things on like a canvas or cardboard if you just want to recycle and just have different shapes. And so that because they'll only melt down, but you can direct where they go. And then you can take off the tape or take off the little extra cardboard we would put to make it direct somewhere else. And then so they can make art with that too, that they can put on their wall. So there's lots of things you do with the little bits of crayon, since you have an entire summer to entertain them.
A whole 10 weeks.
See, so that there could be a whole, art. Let's make art for the wall kind of thing.
Yep, I got to make their summer themes jar this week so that they can start that next week.
That's so fun. I love that you do that. That's very creative. And then Jean says, isn't the average for America one book a year? That's better than zero, right? I don't know what the average is for Americans, but I know it was something like 75% of Americans don't read any books after high school. It was a huge percent, way over 50. I just can't remember what that percentage is. So yeah, the average is 1, but that's because people like us are reading, over 100. So when you get all of us people reading over 100, and then you average it with the people reading 0, you get 1. So yeah. And Courtney says, true, Jean. Okay, back to my audio. And Bailey says, Starting the Historian by Elizabeth Kostova. I want to read that one. So you got to let me know if it's good. Why is there chanting in the beginning of the audiobook? Well, it's historian, right? So I'm sure it's Gregorian monks or something. I'm sure it is. And Christina put into morning's time, Pirates time. Thank you so much, Christina. Hopefully I will be able to wake up on time and take Cora for a walk, because I do not have the energy today. She's having fun in the backyard, though. She's chasing the birds. She's chasing a butterfly right now. She's such a beautiful dog. Holy shit, she's so pretty. She loves flying things. She hunts them down. And Christina says the current Kooky host, and that will put you on the train. Excellent. Yeah, I have her up on my other screen. And Christina's for more sprinty fun or readathon info. There's the sprinting spreadsheet, the BookTube Bible, so you can see what you want to do. It also has the readathon, yeah, like you said. So readathons, I mean, we're getting to the point where we're planning readathons we want to do for June, which I will be participating in Gay Shit June. So we are going to be reading Gay Shit in June. So I'm very excited for that one. And Christina said, thanks for hosting today, Kelly and Alicia. Hope you have a beautiful day. You too, Christina. Hope you have a great time. Christina said, I may miss tomorrow as it is graduation day. I mean, okay, I will accept that excuse. Will you accept that excuse, Alicia?
What?
Graduation. Is that a good excuse to miss
Yes.
Pirates? Yeah.
That
See,
is an important one. Yes.
that's right. So that's legit. We forgive you.
And we could, we could pretend that it's a pirate themed graduation.
Yeah, see, even better.
Instead of like hoot and hollering and saying, yeah, we go, argh, matey."
Bailey made it to 3% into the historian. I'm glad I'm not reading this with my eyes because it's so chunky, right? It's huge. That's why I haven't grabbed it yet, but I want to read it. Ren says, made it to 9% in a stage set for villains. Thanks for sprints, Kelly and Alicia. Absolutely. Thank you for being here, Ren. It's always a joy to see you in chat. I hope graduation goes well tomorrow, Christina. Allie says, I got 2 pages read in Rilla of Ingleside and some of my Dave Ramsey podcast listened to, trying to dig my way out of $5,200 debt. Sweet summer child, if I only had $5,200 in debt. Look, man, starting a company is expensive. Allie says, thanks for hosting, Kelly and Alicia. Absolutely. Angie says, I took a break and read some of Witch Hat Atelier. That's the best I could do. Atelier. It's a manga. It's really cute, and I love the artwork. Oh, yay. Allie says, I hope graduation goes well tomorrow, Christina. And Bailey says, I'll definitely let you know how it is. It's been on and off my TBR for a long time, so I'm finally just tackling it. Love that. And she says, thanks for the sprints. Best community. It's the best because y'all are here. So thank you for being here. And Christina says, hi, Ren, and thanks. Excellent. Do you have any last words? Almost birthday girl.
Well, we have 100 pages book club tomorrow where we continue our 6 of Crows read. And I can't think of anything else besides that. I'm going to go book shopping. This will be my last one.
I forgot. I need to read my pages. I still had like 20 left. Because normally I do it on the weekend, right? But I was at Comicpalooza, so I didn't finish. So I need to finish that today too. But this isn't a tough chore, though.
I'm glad I had the reminder.
Yeah, I'm glad too. Thank you. Otherwise, tomorrow I would be like, I'll get there. Hold on. Which is, again, this is a slow, right? We're reading these slow. So that's perfectly acceptable. We understand. That's right. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So we'll have that tomorrow. I'm going to do my last book haul shopping type thing today. Because starting June 1st, I'm going on a book freeze. I have exceptions, but those exceptions are not until later in the year. So
fun. I love playing my game to earn my things. Like I said, I have 9 books I get to buy right now, and I haven't. Mind you, I bought some at Comicpalooza from Crowded Shelf, but remember that event, I'm allowed to buy at events, right? Like you said, there's always exceptions. If I go to an event like that, I'm going to support the authors. So I am absolutely allowed to buy for that.
Exactly. I'm debating if I want to unwrap and start over with the wrapped books, or if I just want to continue.
I don't know. That's a good question, huh?
Because technically I would have new wrapped books, or if maybe I just don't do the wrapped books thing because it's not really going according to plan.
Or you just do a reading vlog where you get to randomly pull the wrapped books and read them.
That's
instead of doing the old thing. You know what I mean? Since you already have them wrapped.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would like to use the summertime, because I'm mostly going to be with the kids. I would like to use the summer to kind of read a lot of the newly purchased stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Sometimes it's nice to read that because it's the stuff you're more excited about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. And Ren says it's pronounced Tillier. Oh, it's French. I gotcha. And Ren says, Six of Crows, whoop, whoop, whoop. So excited. Neely says, yes, thank you so much for sprints. It's always so nice to hang out with you guys. And Christina says, I think the drive and the fact that we live in a town of about 2,000 and going to a place with like 5 million is what really freaks me out. Yeah, that would definitely be a change.
That's a big change in numbers. Yeah.
We laughed because our town, so we live, Houston is, 10 to 15 million, depending on where you put the border. And my daughter's moving to San Antonio, which is more like, 5 million. So she was like, traffic was like nothing. And I was like, I know. You've cut the population by, a third. So
Yeah.
it's a lot, even though it's still a major city, it's nothing compared to Houston. So it does make a huge difference. So yeah, I can completely understand that shock there, Christina. And Christina did early happy birthday to Alicia. Alicia, happy birthday. Since he's going to miss tomorrow, you get him now.
Also, make sure if you see Jen from Pacing Through the Pages throughout chats, make sure you wish her happy birthday because her birthday is today.
Oh, all right. We got to get Jen.
So,
thank you. Good info.
Happy birthday to Jen.
And Angie says, happy birthday, fellow Gemini. And Jean says, I heard there was a third book of Six of Crows of just letters. Huh.
Maybe like a companion type.
Maybe. Yeah. I will see if I'm interested in that. Hold on just a minute. I'm on sprints. Give me a second. Sorry, it's my daughter calling me. But we are about done. So Jean says, I need to get a coffee. And Chrissy's like, coffee. Yeah, I didn't make my matcha this morning, so I think I will go do that.
Coffee.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. And we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning.